some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitant.
Fires one high and deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Off the RPO, complete. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude.
Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Give to the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get him nice positive gain.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, these little 1, 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on that throw.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. the shotgun, the inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. We're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Safe completion on the screen. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. It's a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal and understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The option look. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Makes the grab. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly, just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, then go get extra yards.
Looking downfield on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, they're trying to hit the out route to the perimeter of the field. It's a good route by the wide receiver. He just drops the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Caught over the middle. It's Glow. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Now the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hardy. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will.
Turning it on! And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the brain.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. He caught it. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas. And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Complete to the right. Finds a little space. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Sproles. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll line up to go for 2.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Manning. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hardy. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Illegal block. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Gives it to the back on the draw. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right?
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Sellers. Still on his feet. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Baxter. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, an intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle, it's Sellers. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sellers. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here comes the heat. Gets away from one, he's got space. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Here we go. Right.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football.